Thailand and Ireland. The youngest drivers, we're looking at them now. They are 9, 10 and 11 years old. The senior X30 warriors in their 15th year, the oldest 25, 26 years old. We have some of the best kart racers in the world. They each have one race to score as many championship points as they can. We thank you for joining us. This circuit, 1,200 meters long. There is Diego Larocque, hopefully with air in his tires. He looks as if he's got air in his tires. Now, he does have James Geidel from RGMMC around him just to make sure. I think that the mechanics on the grid have got to leave, so the mechanics in the other area have had to leave as well, even though he's in parc fermé. So this circuit, 1,200 meters long, part of the Pro Kart Raceland complex, which includes a restaurant, a bar, an indoor karting circuit, conference facilities. It's one of the finest in Europe. It hosted the 2011 World Karting Championships. I think Nick de Vries won on that occasion. It's the most technical of the circuits that we've visited so far. It's the shortest. Both Genk and Salbris are 1,500 meters. This is only 1,200 meters. There are some very fast sections, but there are some very, very technical parts too. And a little bit of gradient as well, which is a challenge. We look down at the first corner, so that's the first turn one, that right, left, flat out kink that leads directly into turn number 2. And the drivers are virtually flat on the power from the moment they enter turn 11, the final corner, and get back on the power. Then all the way around turn 11, the start-finish straight that they're on now, and then through turns 1 and 2 to the late braking zone for the turn 3 hairpin. And after that point, the rest of the lap is very twisty. One corner leading into another, into another, into another. And the engines on the grid have been fired. And very shortly, we will be underway on the start of the rolling laps. So 12 drivers on the grid are now joined by the 13th driver, Diego Larocque, and I must assume that there must have been an issue with the lack of air in the tyres that was the reason for Diego's late panic. And that fact was confirmed just a minute ago to me. Of course, that will obviously shake Diego up a little bit, but he'll have to refocus now very quickly. He's got to catch the rest of the field first. Well, Max Meyer has shot out like a cannonball out of a cannon, but he's going to have to fall back into line, and they will form up at the end of 2 formation laps. So there is the first formation lap complete, and now you will see them lining up into their starting order. And as they go through turn 3 and 4, Diego Larocque crosses the start-finish line now. So will he be able to retake his place on the 3rd row, or will he have to start at the back? Well, I suppose even if he has to start at the back, that is preferable to not starting at all. So Ugo Ugochukwu, Lawrence Van Hoppen on the front row, Arthur Tohum and Ronan Hakala on row number 2. Then it is Sita van Meert has now moved up onto the 3rd row, as she is supposed to do in the absence of Diego Larocque. Here comes Larocque, who has caught the field, and he wastes little time in taking his place. He says, oh, excuse me, coming through, excuse me, thank you very much, thank you, coming in, there we are. And so he has taken his place. He will join Max Meyer on the third row, Sita van Meert and Bart Pluk on row 4, Louis Hofbeck and Nathan Ottink row 5, Giovanni Tiberio and Kimi Abraham row 6, and Amaury Mertens row 7. 12 laps for the Mini X30 class. They come into the tram lines and we are racing. Ugo Chukwu side by side with Lawrence Van Hoppen, and Van Hoppen has the drop on Ugo Chukwu going into turn number 2. Ugo Chukwu instantly looks to the inside. Van Hoppen defends. And for the first time all weekend, somebody other than Ugo Chukwu leads the first couple of corners of the Mini X30 race. Now, can Van Hoppen hold on? Will Ugo Chukwu try to battle with Van Hoppen, or will he try and push Van Hoppen away to create a situation where it's a one-on-one battle right at the end? So far, when there has been a battle, it has only been a one-on-one battle, and Ugo Chukwu has won every single time. Maximus Meyer has made a fantastic start and is up in the third position in cart number 919. And then the rest of the field right behind them, I'm looking down, Diego Larocque made a decent start and is maintained about 6th or 7th position. They cross the line to complete lap number 1. Van Hoppen leads Ugo Chukwu, Meyer, Arthur Tahum in 4th place. Then it's Larocque in 5th, Van Meert in 6th, 7th for Ottink. Ronan Akala, a bad start down to 8th as Larocque looks for a way past Arthur Tahum. Louis Hofbeck is 9th. Bart Pluk, a poor start for Bart. He's down to 10th. Then it is Kimi Abraham, Amaury Mertens and Giovanni Tiberio. So, Van Hoppen still leads. Ugo Chukwu right on his rear bumper. Ugo Chukwu looks to the inside at turn number 5 and Ugo Chukwu takes the race lead. Can Lawrence Van Hoppen fight back? Through turn number 10 rather, over the crest into turn number 11. Van Hoppen will try and stay in the wheel tracks of the race leader as they cross the line. This is where he'll get the slipstream. Max Meyer in 3rd is not quite in the draft, as it were. Will Van Hoppen dart to the inside now? That is a prime overtaking spot, but not this lap. And Van Hoppen will try and look to the inside. Will he, if he can, in the braking? No, Ugo Chukwu is a little bit too quick. This is lap 3 out of 12. Van Hoppen has just got to try and stick with Ugo through the technical part of this lap to make sure that he is in the slipstream. Yellow flags waving down at turn number 3. Kimi Abraham has gone off towards the back of the pack. The leaders go through turn 8. Now, there's turn 9, which you can hardly see. Abraham frantically trying to get his cart back on the circuit. That's turn 10. They go up over the crest, down into the dip at the start of turn number 11, with Van Hoppen still in Ugo Chukwu's wheel tracks. Although Ugo Chukwu gets a really good drive off the final corner, Van Hoppen's got to work hard to stay with him, and behind them Maximus Meyer is inching towards them. Meyer just a touch quicker. They go past the yellow flags. No overtaking there, although I can see a little bit of jostling, shall we say, going on behind them. Kimi Abraham, I think, has got his cart back running. I'm not sure, I have to say. There's a good battle for 4th place on back. The two leaders are clear now of Max Meyer, and there's a big gap behind Meyer to 4th place Arthur Tahum, 5th place Sita van Meert. Then it's Ronan Hakala, Diego Larocque, Nathan Ottink, Louis Hofbeck, all in one big group for a gap back to Bart Plug, Amaury Mertens and Giovanni Tiberio. Across the line we go to complete lap number 4. And Van Hoppen is not being left. He's not being dropped by Ugo Chukwu, but now he has just got to try and find a way past the race leader, 57.530 for Lawrence Van Hoppen. He has managed to get past Ugo Chukwu a couple of times this weekend, but every single time Ugo Chukwu has fought straight back. Lawrence Van Hoppen is going to have to do something pretty special to make the move, but most importantly then to make it stick. on to the back straight through turn 10 into turn number 11. Meyer is dropping away in third. Sita Van Meert is up into fourth, but there's a big gap between the top two and Meyer in third, and then from Meyer in third back to the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth and ninth place battle. But this is the battle for the race lead. Ugo Ugochukwu goes through turn number 3. Kimi Abraham has not managed to get his car restarted, so he is out of the race. We are down to 12 runners, with Van Hoppen going faster again, 57.251. Through turn number 6. Into the turn 7 S's, which is it's deceivingly tight. The cameras can't do that corner justice. It's a very tight corner. Now through turn 8 and turn 9, which again, don't really see on TV, but it is a corner. Now turn 10 and up the hill, down the dip, and onto another lap. And you can see Van Hoppen crouching down, just creating maximum aerodynamic efficiency behind the race leader. Will he duck out under braking? No. He's trying to work with Ugochukwu and push away from Max Meyer. There is the proof, 57.212 for Ugo Ugochukwu, and that is with help from Lawrence Van Hoppen. The rest of the field now falling away. Meyer was just over half a second behind these two. He's now 2.5 seconds behind those two, but he is in turn nearly 3 seconds in front of new 5th place driver Diego Larocque. And Larocque is holding off Hakala, Van Meert, Tohum, Hofbeck and Ottink. So we've approached half distance. We complete lap 7 of 12. We move on to lap 8. There goes Meyer. Here's the battle for 4th place. Larocque has it, followed by Hakala. Can Van Hoppen up at the front make the move to turn 3? Not this time. Approaching 3/4 distance now. Larocque in 5th, Hakala 4th. Just behind these two karts on screen now is Van Meert, Tohum and Hofbeck. Ottink has just made a move as well on Hofbeck for 8th place. But Diego Larocque trying to find his way past the Estonian Ronan Patrick Hakala. Hakala in the number 930 for Dan Holland Racing is hanging on tough. Can't understand that they were so close to Ugochukwu and Van Hoppen in the pre-final, and just that first couple of laps where they were squabbling for position, that has meant that the two leaders have got away. Now Hakala, you can see his mechanic giving him the signal. Okay, you've passed Diego, now go get Max Meyer. Get up that road and catch the number 919 kart for 3rd. It's a final place in the podium in it for you if you can. Ugochukwu and Van Hoppen still well up the road. They're now over 3 seconds in front of Maximus Meyer. Meyer's lead over Ronan Hakala and Diego Larocque is 2.3 seconds. So Hakala will really have to motor to catch Maximus Meyer. And still Van Hoppen pushing Ugochukwu. Well, this is now becoming a little bit psychological. Ugochukwu's thinking, right, we've done 9 laps now, and he's still there. Normally, after 7 laps in the heats, I'd gone away from him. We had 10 laps this morning, and I was clear. Now we're on lap number 10, and he's still there. And that will just cast a shadow of doubt into Ugochukwu's mind. Lawrence Van Hoppen will not be dropped. Ugochukwu will have to work hard. The question is, what will Lawrence Van Hoppen make him do? Through turn number 8. Into turn 10 they go. And Van Hoppen is still there, up over the crest. Looking further back, there is Max Meyer going through the screen all on his own. He's 4 seconds behind these two. but still 2 seconds in front of Hakala. Though Hakala, Larocque, Van Miert and Terhoum are all pushing on now. They've dropped Nathan Ottink and Louis Hofbeck. And Ottink and Hofbeck are battling over 8th place with the Maori Mertens just behind them. And Bart Plug and Giovanni Tiberio have fallen back to 11th and 12th. Still, Lawrence Van Hoppen cannot do anything about the race leader Ugo Chukwu. We're on lap number 11 out of 12. Time is running out for the Dutchman. Through turn 8 again. Now turn 9 for the penultimate time. They will go through turn number 11. Yellow flags in the background. Don't know who that's for. There's several drivers off the track. Now, this could be critical. They're into the final lap, but there are yellow flags waving at post number 5. Ugo Chukwu defends. Van Hoppen tries the undercut, and Van Hoppen has the lead, but he's on the outside. Now they come into turn number 5. Still no yellow flags on the screen. I'm looking out the window. The yellow flags, I believe, are in. So Van Hoppen is running out of time, past the scene of the incident. And it's Louis Hofbeck who has gone off. Out of turn 7. Ugo Chukwu defends. Van Hoppen goes wide. He'll try and cut underneath the race leader coming off this corner. But then he's on the outside line for the next corner. So he'll try the undercut coming out of turn number 10. Can Ugo Chukwu get across and defend? Yes, he can. And he's done enough. Ugo Chukwu has beaten Lawrence Van Hoppen, and it is a clean sweep for the American driver. Ugo Chukwu takes the win. Van Hoppen has to make do with seconds. A great podium result for Maximus Meyer to come home in 3rd position. Ronan Hakala finishes 4th. Diego Larocque comes home half a second back from Hakala in 5th. There is 6th for Van Miert, 7th for Arthur Terhoum, 8th for Nathan Ottink, 9th for Bart Plug, and the top 10 rounded out by Giovanni Tiberio. Mauri Mertens had a collision with Louis Hofbeck a couple of laps from home. Mertens finishes 11th, Hofbeck doesn't finish at all, and sadly neither did Kimi Abraham. But that is 3 heat wins, that's pole position, 3 heat wins, a pre-final and the grand final win, all on his debut in the championship for Ugo Chukwu, the GK Racing Team driver from Manhattan, New York City. And so the Mini X30 drivers head back to Parc Fermé. They're guided in by Championship Patriarch